Yeah, Prabhupada is saying one should not partially study a book just to post oneself as a great scholar or by unable to refer to scriptures. In our Krishna conscious movement, we have therefore limited our study of the Vedic literature to the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu. These four works are sufficient for preaching purpose. They are adequate for understanding of the philosophy and the spreading of Krishna, spreading of missionary activities all over the world. If one studies a particular book, he must do so thoroughly. That is the principle. By thoroughly studying a limited number of books, one can understand the philosophy. So, Srila Prabhupada has given us a guideline what are the books to read. So, you start with Bhagavad Gita, and after that, you proceed on to reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, and then the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So, if you can read these four books, then you will make sufficient advancement. So you can at least start by reading the Bhagavad Gita first. Yes. So the best way to read them is to read them continuously. It's just to read them one time is not going to help. So to keep constantly reading these books, because these books you may read is not that you read like a, what do you call that, like a school textbook or something. This doesn't work like that. Because in order to understand this, we need to have the mercy of the spiritual master. Unless we have the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, it's very difficult to understand this book. Yes, everybody know this verse. Yasha deve para bhakti yata deve tata gurau. Tasete katita ya aiharta prakashante mahatmanaha. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith both in the Lord and the spiritual master are all the importance of the Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. So this is the secret. If you really want to understand the books, so then you have to have implicit faith in the Lord and the spiritual master. Then the import of the Vedic knowledge will be automatically revealed. So this is the symptom of how to get this knowledge. It has to be revealed. It is therefore not only reading, we also have to perform our spiritual discipline of waking up in the morning, especially doing Mangala Arati, chanting our rounds, following the principles. And of course, we should definitely get initiated. That's the key. Then everything will come one by one. It's not like you go to school and read a book and materially you read and that way you get the knowledge. But these are spiritual activities that does not follow with the material kind of compliance. Spiritual thing works on blessings and mercy of Guru and Krishna. So in order to get that, we have to show how serious we are in following the four principles and chanting Hare Krishna, taking Krishna Prasadam. These are the rules and regulations that we have to follow. Then yes, everyone can get the mercy of this knowledge, automatically it will be revealed. So is that clear? Who's asking the question? What's his name? Shivaranj. Hmm? So you continue this program, and by you will get the strength. Huh? Where do you stay, Prabhu? Shivranj, huh? Where you stay? Dubai, huh? Oh, you are in Dubai. All right, I don't know who is there in Dubai, but I think you have some online classes, right? So you come on that and see, huh? Until, or maybe you can start our program there. That'll be very nice. So your friend wants to, become a full-time devotee, yeah? So yeah, if he can go and stay in our Pondicherry temple, that'll be nice for him. That'll be a good training for him to see how devotees, practice their Krishna consciousness. So this is very essential. And if we can go, I think it's most, beneficial. Hmm? So can you tell him that?
Yes, Prabhu, I will tell him. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How long?
I think that he tell me that he wants to go at least 6 months.
What is that again?
Yes, he said that he wants to stay there 6 months, but I don't know because we have to check the visa if it's possible or not.
Yeah, you should be able to stay 6 months, no problem. Anyway,
Okay.
you check and then you see. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
You check and then see.
Yes, Prabhu, I will.
How long does it take for our desires to be fulfilled after praying to God for the fulfillment of the desires? Yes. This is not something that this fulfillment of desire is totally an independent issue of the Lord. If the Lord wishes to fulfill your desire, then that's for your benefit. But if He chooses not to fulfill your desire, that is also His prerogative. If He likes, He can do. If He doesn't like, He can do also. So, but we cannot order the Lord, that you must fulfill my desires. And that's not our, what we say, purpose of devotional service. Our purpose of devotional service is unmotivated, uninterrupted and unmotivated. If we have desires and we are going to the Lord for material desires, fulfillment, it doesn't show that we are of high grade devotee, Devotee means he wants to offer service to the Lord. And without him asking the Lord, knowing the intention, he fulfills the desire of the devotee. That's why the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, so this is the Ananyaya chintayanto mam ye janaha prayupasate tesham nityabhuyuktanam yogachemam vahamiham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Without the devotees asking, so the Lord knows how to take care. He knows how to maintain the devotees. But if we are simply demanding, that is a symptom of a neophyte devotee. And the Lord is not very eager to fulfill our material desires, In fact, He says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desires of a devotee who approach Him with such motives. But He does not bestow benediction upon the devotee that will cause him to demand more benedictions again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at His own lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it, and that shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality's special mercy. So you see that this is what the Lord does, Maybe one time, two time He will fulfill a desire, but He will not like to carry on doing that, So it's not something, rather than giving you some temporary thing, He rather give you shelter at His lotus feet, which is the highest thing. Because if you can get shelter at Krishna's lotus feet, then all your material desires are finished. Yeah? This is spoken by Durva Maharaj. He went to the Lord to ask for some material benefit, and in the process he got the most valuable jewel. And then he says, I don't want anything anymore. Yes. So that is how we should understand. When he was being blessed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dhruva Maharaj said, "O my Lord, because I was seeking an opulent material position, I was performing severe types of penance and austerity. Now I have gotten you who are very difficult for great demigods, saintly persons, and kings to attain. I was searching after a piece of glass, but instead I have found the most valuable jewel. Therefore I am so satisfied that I do not wish to ask any benediction from you." So this is the conclusion. Hmm? The Lord is not very happy to give material benefits, is he? That's explained here again in this verse. Uh, so in this verse, he was praying to the demigods. Demigods, they went to see the Lord. Don't like to be bothered by material benefits. You can see here, those who think material assets to be everything or to be the ultimate goal of life are called misers, kripanas. You do not know that the ultimate necessity of the soul. Moreover, if one avoids that which is desired by such fools, he must be considered foolish. So you see how the Lord is not so keen in giving these material benefits. A pure devotee who is fully accomplished in the science of devotional service will never instruct a foolish person to engage in fruitive activities of material enjoyment, not to speak of helping him in such activities. Such a devotee is like an experienced physician who never encourages a patient to eat food injurious to his health, even if the patient desires it. So you see how the Lord is not very keen in trying to give material benefits. Hmm? So this is the position. So rather than trying to ask for this benefit, it is explained by Dhruva Maharaj again here. Person who worship you simply for sense gratification, for this bag of skin, are certainly influenced by your illusory energy. In spite of having you who are like a desire tree and the cause of liberation from birth and death, foolish persons such as me desire benedictions from you for sense gratification, which is available even for those who live in hellish conditions. So try to understand that our duty is to develop love for Krishna. Because you have desires, nobody is without desires. But rather than ask for the Lord, it's better to perform our devotional service. And if the Lord is pleased, He will definitely provide is what we require. Yes? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
So there's no question of trying to unnecessarily burden the Lord with our headaches.
Yes, Prabhu.
How to avoid asat sangha in college, because forcibly we have to do so. You're doing how to remain unaffected. Prabhuji, this asat sangha is affecting my consciousness too much. So, because the best way is for you to, I don't know how in college, if you can have your sadhana done well in the morning, you practice Krishna consciousness, and then you go to your school. But if you keep chanting all the time, that will kind of help. There's no other way to that, because by mixing with all these people, you can get contaminated. But the best way is to somehow or other associate as when necessary, and when not necessary, you at least stay on your own, do some reading or something, chanting, something. Going to be tough because school is something that they always encourage teamwork and so many things like that. So you have to bite your tongue and try to quickly finish your school and see how you can uh, come out of this association. Because this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked what to do, and he said, Asatyanga Tyak E Vaishnava Chatu. So he said the best thing for Vaishnava is to stay away from this unwanted association, contaminated association. And he qualified that as association with women and association with the non-devotees. So this is how he broke down this association. So if you want to get some benefit, then we should minimize this thing. You can do that, there will be some grace, but ultimately best is if you can completely detach yourself. And that means to become more attached to Krishna. If you become attached to Krishna, then for a devotee in that level, then you can go to heaven or go to hell. There's no problem for him. But you have to become attached to Krishna. And to do that for a neophyte devotee, that means to have very strong sadhana. Wake up in the morning, chant your rounds, read Prabhupada books, take Krishna Prasadam. In this way, you'll be able to maintain yourself. Otherwise, if you go with them, then you will become polluted. Because the association, it's like a crystal ball, it'll refract all this contamination. So recommended that you try. What to do, you're there. The best thing is to make good use of it, and that means try to practice this strong sadhana. How do we recognize the pure devotee? Well, you can recognize the pure devotee, one who is in the first class level, by seeing the example of Prabhupada. A pure devotee like Prabhupada, he has come, you can see the standard. By studying
Yes,
the
Prabhu.
teachings of Prabhupada, you can see pure devotee means someone who is, a first class Mahagota. Qualification is that uh, he makes many devotees. You can see Prabhupada, and is very well in his verse in his scriptures, can defeat anybody in argument. And of course, the pure devotee is one who has Krishna in his heart, and he can give Krishna to anybody.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So we should try to associate with such people who are Prabhupada conscious.
Yes, Prabhu.
How do the animals in Gokul serve Krishna? I understand how the cows are servants, but how do the rest of the animals perform service? So they have 5 relationships with Krishna. The first one is Santaras, where they understand Krishna is great, a neutral, we call it. So most animals are in that neutral relationship, like the chairs, the benches, and the trees, and all of them are in that stage. And they offer their services to the Lord. The trees, they want to give their fruits, and they want to give shade, shelter. And the animals, they give, the cows, they give. So there are other animals also. Anybody comes in contact with Krishna, they're very blissful, and they want to serve him like that. Everybody, everyone wants to be as close to the Lord as possible. As the tree was speaking to one of the devotees, please ask Krishna to come. At least let him step on my shadow. I'll be happy with that. So the trees are speaking like that. So the animals also. Everybody wants to be with Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
To serve Krishna in that capacity. Some are just like the bird, just by seeing Krishna or hearing his flute, they become stunned, enjoying the bliss of hearing his flute. The water, it flows the other way in ecstasy by hearing the music of Krishna's flute. So everybody is spiritually, united with Krishna. They are not the same as the animals here. The animals here are different, perverted relationship, animals. But the spiritual world, everyone is conscious. Animals also can talk, The trees can talk, why the animals cannot talk? So
Yes.
everybody relates with Krishna. You understand?
Yes.
What is the sequence of reading the books of Srila Prabhupada? How long we have to read a book in a day? Currently, I am reading Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, Namamrita, a small book, and Krishna book regularly. So you read as much as you can, because these are philosophical books. They're not some, I mean, especially the Bhagavatam, so it requires a lot of attention. As much as you can be attentive, you can read them. And in this way, if you read regularly, then yes. How long you have to read? Actually, I'm also still reading. I started reading 50 years ago and I'm still reading. So we cannot say that, okay, I've read all the books, I can stop reading now. That's not the... Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya means the verse we chant, no? What is that verse? Everyone knows?
That's the place.
What is that verse number?
1 to 17. 1 to 17.
1 to 17. Not this one. We chant the prayers for the Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya 1 to 18. Here. So you said the word here, Nityam Bhagavata. Nityam means what? Regularly.
Every second. Every minute, every second.
So regularly we have to hear, correct? Is that? But regularly attendance on classes on Bhagavatam, that means we are reading the books regularly. Regularly means not that we stop, no? Yes? Hello?
Yes.
So you read regularly and carry on reading every day? And if you got someone to discuss with it, that'll be nice.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can a neophyte read the Krishna book and the Bhagavad Gita at the same time? There's no harm. As long as you read the book of Prabhupada, he will guide you along. Yes. But best is to start with the Bhagavad Gita first. And if you have finished it, then you can read the Krishna book. And if you can always continue reading the Gita at the same time, there's no loss in that, no harm in that. So, what is the meaning of nightmares, Prabhu, and what should one do to solve this? So, if you are having nightmares, mainly due to eating contaminated foods, and if you eat contaminated food, then you will get into this kind of a problem. So, the best way is to avoid food which are contaminated and try to take Krishna prasadam, then you will be freed from this problem. Yes? I have a question. So, if a person is making spiritual advancement, naturally he feels very lethargic in trying to do his material activities. So, that is the consequence. Spirit and material thing don't go together, spiritual activity and material things. But if you, I don't know, you have to work, I guess, to maintain your family and all that. So you have to be, I guess, learning how to balance it. You may lose your job and then you may have a problem maintaining your family and all that. So you have to put in a fair share there. Yes? Unless you don't require the job, then you don't have to work. Yes? So try to balance your spiritual life and material life. Once you chant and become strong, then yes, you're able to get enough intelligence on Krishna to continue. Generally, a person loses enthusiasm materially because material life is very contaminating. So what to do? If you have to go to work, there's no other choice then. Just have to be patient. Meantime, just carry on. Right, any other questions? So anyone has any other question? What is the art of preaching? So preaching is like this, to repeat the words of the spiritual master. So unless we hear from our spiritual master, it will be difficult to preach. So the best way to preach is to repeat what we heard from our Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Then you are okay. Otherwise, how you will preach? So this is the way. So you can see here, this Bhakti Lata beach is received when one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master. After receiving the spiritual master's mercy, one must repeat his instruction. And this is called Shravana Kirtan, hearing and chanting. One who has not properly heard from the spiritual master, who does not follow the regulated principle, is not fit for chanting Kirtan. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Vyavatsabhika buddhihi ekaha kuru nandana. One who has not listened carefully to the instruction of spiritual master is unfit for chanting or for preaching the cult of devotional service. One has to water the Bhaktilata beach by receiving the instruction from the spiritual master. So this is the secret how to preach, So one who has not listened carefully to the instruction of spiritual master, is unfit for preaching the cult of devotional service. So if you want to preach, then you must listen carefully to the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. And then yes, you can preach. But if you want to preach your ideas, then that will be difficult. So preaching means repeating. So again, Prabhupada said, one who has not that, one must repeat the instruction. This is called Shravan Kirtan. One who has not properly heard from the spiritual master or does not follow the regular principle is not fit for chanting. So these are all conditions of how to preach effectively. So we should try to follow this. How to distribute more books, Prabhuji, by attracting people? Well, the more you distribute. How to distribute books? I guess you have to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and with the blessings of the Lord, try to invoke His mercy, give more books. Unless the Lord gives the mercy, how to distribute books? So before we go and distribute books, we pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Panchatattvas, ask for their mercy. Then yes. Is the audio lower for everyone?
It's good, Prabhu.
I got disconnection, but it was short. So, okay, I guess you are hearing me fine. So, this is important. This is a movement by the mercy of the Lord, Unless we pray to the Lord and ask for the mercy, how can we give this mercy to others? Hmm? So this is what we need to do. Pray, ask for help. Then yes, by the mercy of the Lord, He can distribute many books. He can do the impossible. Hmm? Nothing is impossible for the devotees. Huh? Yes. For one who has the Lord, nothing is impossible. Correct? For those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of Pure Devotees, what is impossible to do and what is impossible to give up. So if we have the Lord, then what's the problem? Yes, but the whole idea is to invoke the mercy of the Lord, no? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So in order to get that, we have to be, we have to practice our devotional service very strictly, praying for the mercy all the time.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Right. So try to become strong spiritually, and in this way, by the mercy of the Lord, then everything can be done.
Deva, Adi Deva, Jagannatha.
So this is the key to success, become very strong in our sadhana, praying for the mercy. Yes, then the Lord will help. That is said here also, in other words. In another place it is explained here. Things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. So this is the key to the program. So if you remember the Lord, then everything is fine by the mercy of the Lord. Then everything becomes by His mercy easy to overcome. But we don't have the mercy of the Lord, then even difficult, easy things also become difficult to do. So we should always try to meditate on the mercy of the Lord, chanting, praying. Then it is easy. But if we start thinking that I am the doer, then it's going to be a problem. So how to sincerely pray to Prabhupada? So if you're feeling like that, that means it's a good sign. Because if you feel that you're really connecting to Prabhupada, then you may become puffed up. Because most of the time the devotees will always feel that they are hopeless, And that way put them in a humble position. Not like the Mayavads and others, they think they got God in their pocket, Whereas the devotee is always crying, when can I see you? When can I get your mercy? That is the mood of the devotee, always crying in separation. Please help me, my Lord. I feel I'm hopeless. Whereas the non-devotees and the people who are puffed up, they always think that, I've got already God in my hands, Huh? So that is their misfortune, Hmm? Devotees are feeling hopeless. That's the mood of the devotee. Huh? So here, this is how he should be feeling. Oh my Lord, I do not have any love for you, nor am I qualified for discharging devotional service by chanting and hearing, nor do I possess the mystic power of a Vaishnava knowledge or pious activities, nor do I belong to a very high class family, high chaste family. On the whole, I do not possess anything. Still, O beloved of the gopis, because you bestow your mercy on the most fallen, I have an unbreakable hope that is constantly in my heart. That hope is always giving me pain. So this is how a devotee always thinking. So this is how he will make progress. If he prays like this, it is not that he thinks that he is so advanced and is dancing with Krishna, And that is dangerous consciousness. If someone is thinking that he is already with Krishna and is dancing with him. So our mood is vipralamba seva of separation and always hoping against hope that the Lord will some or other bestow mercy on us. Okay, so you went, what's your name? You're in reunion, Gyani. So you wait, in the meantime you carry on what you can do. In such a
Yes,
time,
Prabhu.
Krishna will reveal how to, establish more Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu.
So meantime, you just be patient.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, you got responsibility now. You got to take care of your kids. You got a house. You got wife. You got family, and so many things. You can't just leave them all and go, no.
Yes, yes.
Mm. So you try to do what you can. You can go out and distribute books. You can always, uh, try to help others become devotees.
Yes, Prabhu.
Since I think you're driving all the time, no?
Yes, because I go to pick up my children at school,
Mhm.
so that's it.
Always have some books with you, and whoever you meet, you can always try to distribute them. And
Yes,
whoever
yes.
is
I
favorable,
I will do that,
yeah, whoever
and
is
I
favorable,
chant Harinam too here, and sometimes I do distribution of book too. So yes, I go preaching.
very good. That's the way to start, and then by your enthusiasm, let's see what Krishna will do.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Maybe you can also try to give out prasadam.
Yes, yes. Actually, I want to build up a more like a small kitchen that dedicated to that purpose.
Yes. As you can do, you do. For now, what you can do, you do.
Okay, Prabhu. I will do.
Because your desire is nice to open an ice cream center, but for now, you still can try.
Yes, yes.
Make
I
more.
know that I have to be patient. Yes,
Krishna, if we time, he will help you.
yes, Prabhu.
Hmm.
I will try my best. Thank you very much. Jai
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So it's nice to see so many of you coming online. Do any one of you have any more questions? Want to say something? Anyone?
I I do have one question.
Yes.
May you share some of your experiences while in America, Peru? We had some snippets of it in the group chat with your preaching in colleges and also on a television show. But can you give us more info on that?
Yeah, America's a lot of people are very ignorant of the fact that they do not even know who God is. And that's the problem. So if you do not know who God is, then how you can repose your love? Huh? It's not possible. I'm all over America, even to Mexico, the same thing. Everybody is in a lot of problems and they do not know how to come out of that. The Indians, they think they know God and they have their weird philosophy that everybody is God, you know. So even that they don't know. Whereas the non-Indians, they are so much engrossed in sense gratification, and that is also giving a lot of anxiety. So either way, you know, they all are lost. So unless a person is reconnected to Krishna, there's no question of being happy or peace, you know. As we often show this verse. So trying to preach to the masses there, it was quite encouraging to see so many people, and they were actually very much impressed, you know. One is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither in transcendental intelligence nor steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. How can there be any happiness without peace? So this is the problem, you know. You can say many things, big things, this thing, that thing, have big meetings and all kind of stuff. But if you don't become Krishna conscious, then everything is a waste of time. In fact, you will be haunted with so much anxiety. There's no relief. Material life cannot give you any relief. Maybe some temporary so-called relief, but there's no solution to it. Until and unless you become Krishna conscious, there's no question of escaping this cycle of birth and death from this material world. You cannot try to become very happy here in this material world. That's not possible. That at least without Krishna consciousness, that's not possible. So this is the realization that I got, and if they take it up, as many did, I could see, many started chanting and many started appreciating our little presentation. It really changed many people's perception. Because as you all know that I just don't speak of my speculation, I show relevant verses supporting, you know, whatever points we are making. So that kind of impresses them, you know, because they are, in other words, directly hearing the words of Krishna from the Shastra. So for the soul to hear about Krishna is an awakening, you know, because this connection with Krishna can be only be done with the help of a pure devotee like Prabhupada. So we are representing him, and that makes a big impact, you know. And another realization I got was when I went to the Tompkinson Park Square to do the Kirtan, where Prabhupada started the whole world movement from that place. And after as we finished, we were walking back, and then we got to meet these devotees who came from the ISKCON Brooklyn temple, Radha Govinda. And by Krishna's mercy, she handed over the garland of the Lord to us. Although we are pretty determined not to go to the temple, we never go to any ISKCON temple, by the way. We were ostracized in the year 2001 by the GBC at that time. Ever since then, I have no interest in going to their temples, except I go to Vrindavan maybe for the Mangalarti, and that's it. So, the Lord sending the garland to us, it's some mercy of the Lord. It also gives us the inspiration that whatever we are doing is pretty much sanctioned by the Lord, you know. So that's giving us added, what we say, enthusiasm to carry on preaching. So blessings of the Lord. And that also in that sacred place, you know, where Prabhupada started the movement. And indeed it was, I would say, overwhelming pleasure from the Lord. So I am very much inspired by the American trip in that sense. I see a lot of potential, and opening of a temple in America is inevitable. And there are a lot of people who are also very keen to take up the process. So we need a place to gather and also to teach them, you know. So that's my realization. Do Krishna accept bhoga prepared by a non-devotee but offered in great affection by a devotee? Answer that question. Krishna will not accept anything from the hands of a non-devotee. Krishna, even however, like Duryodhana, he was preparing the food in, you know, and Krishna refused to eat that. And he went to eat in Vidura's house, you know. Krishna will not take anything from a non-devotee, even if a devotee offers it. Even very opulent presentation do not satisfy me if they are offered by non-devotees. But I am pleased by insignificant offering made by my loving devotees. I am certainly most pleased when nice presentation of fragrant oil, incense, flowers, and palatable food are offered with love. Because the non-devotee, although you may take from them and offer to Krishna, but because you are taking from them, they are who prepared that, they are non-devotees, Krishna will not accept. You understand? And it's also wrong to offer things prepared by the non-devotees to the Lord. Yes? You understand that?
Yes, Prabhu, that comes. Some temples, they for festivals when they're doing Chapan Bhog or 108 offerings, right? They ask other people to bring and then from their homes and offer, right? Is that
not our practice?
Okay.
We never offer anything from the houses, you know.
Okay.
This is lazy. The temple should be preparing the food and offering to everybody. I never heard that you bring from your house all this food and then you offer. Huh?
Mhm.
Hello?
Yeah, in other camps they do that.
Which temple is doing that?
Both HKM and ISKCON they do that.
This is not proper standards.
Hmm.
Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
How do you know what these guys from the devotees are doing in the houses? Correct? So-called devotees? Yes?
Correct.
Hmm. You don't even know what they are doing now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you don't know what they are doing and you bring in their food and then everybody is offering and eating. What kind of system is that?
Hmm.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we should be careful. We don't want to, because some devotees in the temple are lazy, they don't want to cook. They ask everybody to bring something. Huh?
Hmm.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, what about some people bring fruits, right? And offer to the Lord. Is that allowed or that's also not?
Fruit is okay.
Uncut.
Yeah, fruits and all that you can offer. Uncut,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Flowers, fruits, Uh,
Yes, Prabhu.
but trying to bring their cooked food and offer to the Lord in the temple, that's not certainly not allowed.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yes, Prabhu.
This is all something I never learned. Huh? I don't know where these things all are coming from though. The Supreme Lord said, O Brahmana, what gift have you brought me from your home? I regard as great even the smallest gift offered by my pure devotees in pure love. But even great offerings presented by non-devotees do not please me. Again, see how the Lord is saying directly. So we cannot try to take things from non-devotees and offer the Lord.
Hmm.
Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
Especially from non-initiated and people who are not following, how we can offer? Yes. Right.
Correct, Prabhu.
The deities, yeah, in your house, what you want to do, who cares, I don't know. Anyway, it's standard. But the temple, I don't think you can allow anything like that. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you please explain about your Krishna conscious life? What inspired or driving force to take up this Krishna conscious seriously? Well, the seriousness that I got is by reading Srila Prabhupada books. And after reading the books, I decided to surrender completely to him. And that was I guess, my blessings of Prabhupada on me. And just by surrendering to him and taking up his word seriously, I got inspired to move this movement in this place in Singapore where everything was very difficult. it still is, but I guess mercy of the spiritual master is the driving force. And that's what actually keeps you going, somehow or other, to please the spiritual master. And Krishna, is very pleased when you try to do that, As Krishna says in this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in everyone's heart as the Super Soul, sells himself to the devotees such as Narada Muni. In other words, the Lord gives pure love to such devotee and gives himself to those who love him purely. Great self-realized mystic yogis such as the four Kumaras who derive great transcendental bliss from realizing the Super Soul within themselves. So if we try to, serve a pure devotee, then Krishna sells himself to such a pure devotee as Narada Muni and Srila Prabhupada. So when you serve a pure devotee in that way, because she is very dear to Krishna, automatically you also get the mercy of the Lord, That's what the Lord says, because my pure devotee sang, then he is obligated to the order of the pure devotee. And Prabhupada, is very dear servant, because Prabhupada says, then yes. Sorry, wrong word, huh? So here, although these two young men are the sons of very rich Kuvera and I have nothing to do with them, see that? You see here, Devarishi Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee, and therefore because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. So see, Prabhupada's mercy, and because of his mercy, then we also can get related to Krishna. So that is the driving force actually to have somehow or other surrender and serve Prabhupada. Then yes, Krishna will give the mercy. There is no other secret to this. So that is in my case, my way, my life, that's what happened. I don't see anything else special rather than that. So to escape from the threefold of miseries, explain here again, one must conquer the modes of passion and ignorance by developing the mode of goodness. Then one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Suddha Sattva. All this can be automatically done if one engages in the service of spiritual master with faith and devotion. In this way, one can conquer the influence of the modes of material nature. So the miseries caused by the three modes of material nature can be overcome if we simply take shelter of our Srila Prabhupada. Okay? So this is the secret of trying to escape this material entanglement. There's a way out. Not that there's no way. The only way is to take shelter of Krishna through the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada is there. The devotees who are serving him are also there. This knowledge is also there, the scriptures, sadhu, shastra and guru. So if you take shelter of this properly, then there's relief for sure. But if you don't, then how to come out of this mess? Definitely there's no way you can escape this Maya of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
So the solution is there. Whether you want to do it or not, that is the question.
Yes, Prabhu.
How to convince the intellectual class of people regarding free will. They argue that if Krishna has given free will to the Baddha Jiva, then the first and foremost, Krishna is responsible for Baddha Jivas falling down. How to convince them? Kindly guide and oblige. Just like any father, he will always try to help the child. But if the child is insisting that he wants to go the wrong way, then the father will have to let him go. And then he does this mistake and then he learns. It is not that Krishna, of course, everything has to be arranged by the Lord. That's a fact, because the living entity cannot do anything on his own. But that is also mercy. That's why he has created this material world. And why he has created this material world? To give us pain so that we learn. No, I don't want to be here. And that's free will.
Yes, Prabhu.
That is free will to learn. And if you still cannot learn, then you go take some more births until you learn. Yes?
Sometimes, Prabhu, they say that Krishna is a transcendental autocrat. So is that the right thing to say?
Krishna is always transcendental autocrat. This is the word used by Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So our whole idea is to surrender to him,
Yes, Prabhu.
Whether you want to do it, of course you should do it with your free will. And if you do it with good intelligence and guidance from the spiritual master, scriptures and the devotees, then your life becomes successful.
Yes, Prabhu.
But if you want to challenge the Lord, then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Because who is in trouble? The Lord is in trouble or we are in trouble? All right?
Right, Prabhu.
And if they don't want to learn this, then they have to learn the hard way.
Right.
You can't just blame Krishna, if you do some mistake and you go to the court and then the judge gives you some kind of a penalty, doesn't mean that the judge is at fault. Huh?
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
So you cannot blame the judge, for your mistake. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
God is to be blamed. God is never to be blamed. Yeah? So try to understand this and explain to them in a simple way.
Yes, Prabhu.
MK Das, what's your name?
My name is Mangal Krishna Das, Prabhu.
Mangal Krishna. Where are you from?
I am from Ahmedabad, Prabhu.
Oh, from Ahmedabad.
So it's my fortune to be first time on this platform and to see you and to have a discourse with you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Try to get on with our other devotees.
Yes, Prabhu. I am in touch with Nimai Nitai, Prabhu. Somewhere in the past I was in touch with him.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of our ISKM. I'm very much Appreciate
No,
it.
we listen to your videos and that's amazing. Always encourage. Yes.
This is Prabhupada. Mercy. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Jai Prabhupada.
Any other questions? Initially, I have so much enthusiasm and determination to devotional service to Prabhupada, but due to some circumstances, I have lost the connection, Prabhu. From that day onwards, I have lost that enthusiasm and determination to serve spiritual master. But somehow or other, I am trying to practice Krishna consciousness by causeless mercy of the devotees. Can you please suggest or give some guidance to me on this? Are you following the 4 principles and chanting regularly? No. So you are following the 4 principles and chanting 16 rounds? Are you taking Krishna Prasadam? That's the problem. So you try to take Krishna Prasadam only and try to follow. And then you will see, you will make tremendous progress again. Your enthusiasm will flow again. Because if you eat contaminated food, then your enthusiasm will wither away, because you won't get the strength. Your mind will be disturbed and it's always putting you into difficulties. So you try to avoid eating contaminated food, and you will see again your enthusiasm will pick up very well. So you try that, huh? What is the benefit of making a donation for building ice cream temple? Well, we need to build temples so that we can use it to propagate our Krishna consciousness. Without a place, how to push on Krishna consciousness? And temples are required. This is ordered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sanatan Goswami was enjoined to broadcast the revealed scriptures on devotional service and establish the conclusion of devotional service. To establish laws, places of pilgrimage like Vrindavan and Radhakund. To establish the Vrindavan method of temple worship and install deities in temple. Sri Sanatan Goswami established the Madan Mohan temple, Rupa Goswami established the Govindaji temple. So to establish temple, how you establish temple without funds?
No problem. No problem.
This is the order of Prabhupada to open temple so that we can use it for preaching. Yes,
Yes, bro. Yes.
understand.
Yes. But the question was, do we have some spiritual benefit when we do that?
Yeah, because without a temple, how to reach Krishna consciousness? Not everybody can come to the house, no?
Yes, yes.
So there must be a public place they can all come. And there's a regular worship of the Lord that will give faith and strengthen the faith of others.
It can attract more people also.
You try to see if you can start building a small temple first, a place where everybody can come, a public place.
Yes,
And
yes,
you can gradually increase the worship there and be very nice.
yes. So can I start a small like collection of funds to do that?
Start what?
Finding some funds to invest in this building, in this temple,
Yes.
because now, yes,
You can get some like-minded people who want to help you, and you can
yes,
gather the funds, and then you can open.
yes, because I just think like I have to find some money because it will cost some lot of money. So
Or you can ask people who have some place to give you for the time being, so that you can use the facility.
yes, for
But they may have a spare place, so we can use it. That way also we can use as a temple temporarily.
yes, for
Yeah, you try. You can get somebody house, an apartment or whatever. That way you can start in a small way.
yes.
You can
So Prabhu,
open,
what was your experience back then when you opened? Did you open a center or a temple first?
I started with a small room, and then I expanded slowly.
Yes, Prabhu.
A room into a house, and a house into, bigger place. Finally, we went to a bigger temple. So slowly,
Haribo.
slowly, many years, patiently.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you also start in small way.
Yes, yes.
And have
I
a
want to do that actually.
Mm.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your sharing with me your experience and your association. Thank you very much. All glory to Gopāl.
Yeah, you try, huh?
Yes, I
So
will try, definitely.
sometimes it happens that I have to take prasadam which is offered through Jayapataka Swami. Is that contaminated or is it still a prasadam? Well, if you're taking it and your mind is getting completely disturbed, that means you know it is not good. Huh? Because all these people, they are very contaminated. So to take things from contaminated people is not so good. You can avoid that with the best. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Where are you from? Harish, huh?
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore, Prabhu.
Oh, Bangalore. You can't take any other prasadam?
Yeah, usually I used to take, but sometimes it happens like some from other temple, it will be coming to my home.
You try to avoid it, no? That's the best, huh?
Okay, Prabhu.
Because these people have all offended Prabhupada. Until they re-establish their link with Prabhupada again, then they become useless.
Yes, Prabhu.
So to participate and give them some kind of association and taking their things and all. That's not very much good,
Yeah, sure,
We
Prabhu.
start thinking that they are okay, we are okay, everybody is okay. Huh? Right?
Right, Prabhu.
So that will lead to contamination, no?
Right.
Better to avoid completely.
Sure, Prabhu.
The consciousness get polluted, no?
Okay.
Right.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions? Right, I guess no more questions. I thank you all for your very valuable time with me. I hope I am managed to be of some service to you today. Try to push on. People need Krishna consciousness everywhere. More so from ISKM, because as in my traveling experience, I see no one is more bona fide than the devotees in ISKM, because they are pretty much understood that Prabhupada is the real Guru, and we should try to give him or his mercy to everybody. So thank you all of you for kind association.
Thank you for your association too.
Krishna, Dandavat, Jai Shri
Thank you so much,
Sundar Gopāl Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam.
Jai Shri
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Nourish to all of you.
Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.